Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 4, Episode 3, A Smooth Friend. This is one of our Pokemon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io, so go take a look at it and let us know what you think. For now, we will get started with introductions, beginning with Enja.
Hello and good day, everyone. I will be your storyteller for this evening, Enja Lumareus. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I orchestrate all manner of events that will be befalling your players today, starting with Rick Strider.
Hi, I'm Rex Strider. I'll be playing Chomper, a fire-water type Fuecoco. Pass it off to Raharu.
Hello everybody, I'm Raharu and I'll be playing Paz, the solo water type Sobble. On to you, Rob.
Hello, I am Archneer Rob. I shall be playing Scruff, the ground ice type Swiner. On to the Zim.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu. Go ahead, Vane.
Hello, I'm Taldirus, and I'll be playing Vane, the dark flying type Murkrow.
Alright, and for the recap, go for it, Rob.
Alright, I just watched the VOD, it's gone.
Oh no.
Raharu literally came in on me in a call earlier and I was just sitting there listening to the VOD. There was some talk with... I only remember highlights of it. Squirrel was working on his golem, and there was the yoke. Yoke looked at it and thought suit rather than golem. Of some idea of once again Digi corrupting some of Zim's ideas. Yoke piloting it around like a suit. Or a vessel, or an egg. And then FNAF was brought up because of course it was.
I just have to point out, piloting around like an egg is a sentence that only makes sense in this one context. Nowhere else does that sentence make any amount of sense.
You will
Doesn't
get
make
me an
sense in
egg.
this context either. And then we split up and did some training with the groups that we weren't usually working with. So Scruff got paired with Zevran, and Squirrel didn't come along with that. I believe Pyro got bribed by Vane with the promises of helping him figure out... Was it helping him figure out the problem with his teleporting?
Yeah, but that's for the actual like team, like group
Oh.
training at the end of the day. This was just for practice with the prospecting. So Pyro and Squirrel were not there for that. It was only Team
Right.
Chaos and Zevran.
Right, yes. Zevran picked up Scruff, and Scruff informed him not to. and Zevran invited a blow, and Scruff booped him with a move that inflicts fear. I nearly got flattened, but dodged it in response. I only remembered specific highlights because I was trying to remember what Scruff was doing last session. Scruff's memory is very much based on my own, or his inability to remember.
Let's just say that Zevran took it poorly, but he was calmed down.
Yeah.
Calmed down by the wonderful works of Chomper,
Mhm.
efforts of Chomper. I'm sorry, I only remember those 3 things.
You got most of it, honestly.
Yay.
I think what you miss is that we had a talk with Cernus's heir, right?
That's correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
you had a conversation with the heir of Xerneas
Mm-hmm.
that ended with Vane promising him, not threatening, promising him that if he hurts or endangers anyone that Vane cares about, Vane will effectively make him suffer. Left it unclear of whether or not they'd be able to recover from that.
Yeah.
And it was pointed out that Kaza has a space in them, possibly relating to their ability to synchronize with other people, or possibly relating to the fact that their body can house an entire god. But it is unknown as it stands. I think I got the highlights, but I lack the storytelling flair. So my head, much like my notes, are just bullet points. And Paz was offered the ability, or is it Paz or Wade at the moment? It's Wade at the moment.
It's Wade.
It's Wade at the moment, but was offered the possibility of gaining the advantages of a full rest whilst the other half of them is sleeping and one half is awake. So they could spend more time as their respective selves. So rather than having to switch and then go to sleep, whilst one of them is switched out, they are sleeping. The one that is awake gains the benefits of the sleep. So they can switch out somewhat seamlessly. But that idea was also put on hold as we informed the heir of Xerneas that we have received the blessings of a demon god whose domain is sleep. So that might conflict with it. So that is currently on hold pending further exploration of that particular blessing and also conversation with Paz.
Admittedly, it was very encouraging that he really didn't notice that until he started looking very closely.
Indeed.
Alright, anything else to
And
add?
No, that's the recap in no particular order.
Alright. Well, next up we have fan art from Dux. Quite a bit of it.
Oh yeah, he has been drawing a lot of fan art. He has been doing that. I think he got a little bit carried away with the whole plush thing.
I think
Vane
so.
and Kaza.
So yes, first off we have Vane and Kaza. Next up...
Aw. That's cool. Like the hand holding going on there. Lewd.
Yeah, dude.
Next up, we've got the Noah Court, apparently. Gregor saying, Gregor has found him. Gregor shall say hello and ask your question for you. And sent a picture of black EV shape at the end of the hall. Pyro says, wait, Gregor, don't. Edge says F in the chat for Gregor. Chomper says F. Zev says F. Kaza says, I'm just going to teleport us to the school.
Gregor
Wow.
has no horror movie survival instincts.
No, he does not.
Next up, we've got a whole bunch of plushies. Oh, hi, Pyro. Go ahead and
Plushes.
do your intro.
Plushies.
That's not an intro there, Pyro.
That is a deafening, shrieking squeak, is what that is.
I mean, it's adorable, but not an intro.
It's iconic. We know who it is every time.
Oh, so that's his signature move. Squeak.
We should probably stop and let him actually do the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Gimund, and I'm playing Pyroclast, the sometimes dark, sometimes ghost fire charmeleon. He is still currently ghost fire.
Alright, so yeah, we've got Squirrel as a plush, weapon accessories sold separately.
I like that.
We've got Pyro as a plush. Comes with replica sword. Mean ghost not included. Okay.
He's also $5 cheaper than Squirrel.
Oh,
Good.
yes.
And it comes with a sword too.
Bear!
Wow, it comes with the sword and
bear.
$5 cheaper.
No, he's not even a pear. That's a Hershey's Kiss right there.
What?
Yeah, he is kind of big.
Yeah.
And we've
Chunky
got
boy.
Pez as a plushie. Just a cute plush.
Yeah.
There they go. I guess the tie. Surprised they're not aiming a finger.
Then we've got Scruff. Comes with free med kit.
While also having the highest cost so far.
Yeah,
No,
the
he
highest
comes with
cost
a
so
med
far.
Oh,
It
really?
comes with
Let
a
me see.
free med kit.
Oh,
Totally not included in the price.
that's pretty dope. Is the make it like inside of them? You just pull it out from like the bag, like one of those like inside out football ones you can make.
I am concerned
No, you-
about the favoritism shown with this pricing there, Dux.
No, Rex, you lift him up and he's actually like a tea cozy over the med kit.
I see.
Vane plushie. Buy never, only Kaza is meant to own this. If you are a non-Kaza in possession of this plush, please return this to the nearest Kaza ASAP.
You can tell Duck made this.
Yep.
Oh, it will not be sold to you.
But notice look at the talon. Like he has the prosthetic.
Yeah, the
It's got
talon is the
it's got the
prosthetic.
metal leg.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like the ZGF tag on all these. These are so dope. Good job, Ducks.
Yeah.
Then Kaza. Notice,
Oh my
plush
God.
might be secretly depressed. Buy now,
so
$1,000, 99% off for Murkrows named Vane.
Oh my goodness.
Flush might be secretly depressed.
Mm.
No.
Don't
Wow.
read into that.
No.
And last but not least, we have Chomper. Comes with free music CD.
Yippee!
Got the Super S on the
Nice.
headphones.
Awesome. I wonder what the CD has on it. Heck yeah. I have ideas.
It's just boy bands.
No. Unless it's K-pop Demon Hunter, then yes. It may even have Soda Pop on there at some point.
No, that's what was big in the 90s, and you are 90s Raptor, so therefore all boy bands.
Don't forget Linkin Park and Disturbed as well.
Okay, you can have a couple of those, but otherwise it's mostly, you know, what was it? NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, I think, were the ones.
They're definitely on there, I'm not gonna lie.
I know my mom bought my brother and I CDs of those, and neither of us ever actually listened to them. But I think she bought them because they were popular. But anyways, off to you, Enja.
Alrighty then. I believe that time was progressing, and
I think we'd all
it
gone
was
to
getting
sleep.
to-
Well, not yet, because we were going to do the night training thing. It was the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
we
right.
had evening training still.
Right, that.
Because I made jokes
So-
last time about how it was literally the preparation thing was the title, but we didn't get to the actual like full group training.
So, with that being the case, let us proceed. As it is time for the team trading. As a singular cohesive group, minus Squirrel. Squirrel is busy.
He's allowed to still show up if he wants.
Yeah.
Well, that's up to Enja on whether I'd have the time to show up, and anybody invites me.
I will say that whenever Chomper gets done hanging with Zev to calm him down after all the scruff stuff, Chomper's plan is to reconvene with Squirrel and fill them in on anything like this, and most likely chill out with them for most of the day. Whenever the next the day is passing.
Yes.
Hmm. In that case, we would probably just keep hanging out with Severn, since I ended up going with Severn and Chomper when they left to do their thing.
Fair enough. Actually, this gives me an idea.
Oh no! I mean, hooray!
No,
Bum,
no,
bum, bum.
this one is good. Yeah. Theoretically.
Well, that's a great start.
because Yoke is is looking at the anvil, and he's looking out the window, and he seems generally displeased somehow. As a chat message will another chat message will appear before Squirrel. Commenting on the passage of time being an annoyance.
Squirrel is gonna kind of blink at it and then nod, giving a small sigh. Yeah. Would be nice if things just hurried up more. I swear we spend, like, a week before we even pass a single day.
He seems to be taking that under consideration.
Totally not making a small jab at
As
the
like
really
all know.
passage
Yeah,
of
totally
time.
not. Totally
there
not.
there
No,
there is
totally
a
not.
paw raised up to his chin, stroking it slightly. Yes. Speeding up is good, isn't it?
Oh God, what have you done?
I cannot make more time, but I can make you have more time.
Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Alright, Squirrel. I will ask for two things. One, an integrity check. And two, a craft check, as he is going to apply a very special kind of amped to you.
Oh boy. Double checking a thing. Alright. There's the integrity check. Oh, come on! Those were both almost 10s!
Dang.
Huh.
I'm gonna soul the one because I can. Squirrel's got a lot of integrity.
He does. He is a tough one. He is a tough one. Alright. 10.
And then you wanted craft?
Yes.
Any of my specialties apply?
Yes, all the same ones as before.
Okay.
Though, it's going to be slightly surreal. Hey.
Do I even have vigor left? Oh yeah, I've got vigor left. This is crafting. Gotta go all out. Besides, we're coming up on the end of the day. Oh, I don't think I said it, but I sold the one as well.
Yes.
I'm good with the 20.
Yes. Very good.
Also, the quote bot is being sentient.
Oh,
Ah!
Vote for Squirrel going all out. Would you like my essence to enter your very being? By Noah.
The original Nova quote.
it is. And now Yoka's doing it too. Kind of. Well, not really. Though, this time it's not a chat message, Squirrel. As you hear him disconcertingly close to your ear. 7 minutes until the end.
Freaking
Time
god.
for you.
Repeat that.
What was that?
Repeat that. I didn't hear you over Raharu.
7 minutes until the end. Time enough for you, perhaps.
Sephiroth.
Okay.
Now, this is very interesting because initially, nothing seems different, but this time, as you chip away things, they don't leave? Like, not even, like, fall away. You kind of have to, like, push them aside, and then they just kind of hang in the air. Oh, the quote bot really is being like that, isn't it?
It really is.
It's almost like those lines weren't completely throwaway lines.
Yeah, but with almost 1,000 quotes at this point, the fact that it is bringing these up right now...
It's
Yeah.
a wonder. Oh. Well. God, what direction do I take that one? Maybe I'll just not. But Squirrel, it's something's different, and you're not quite sure if you can place it exactly, but like you are feeling animated. So as long as you just have to like regularly like sweep off the debris that normally just kind of falls away, you can just keep working as usual.
Cool.
Chomper, however, when you come to chat with him. Squirrel is moving fast. Would be saying it lightly.
Like he's basically moving in fast forward.
Yes. Fast forward. Because he is also perspiring in fast forward.
So
But
he's
the
like,
water is falling in normal speed.
so what is it, like water drop, like sweat droplets is in midair, still going. He's going around fast, and they're just kind of just falling slowly.
From his perspective, yes. From yours, you can only know that it's Squirrel for sure because that it is the right color in the blur. And the yoke is as still as a statue, just looking in the same general direction. But looking at the table, that is taking on a body-like shape. In fact, it is before your eyes, practically transforming.
Jumper goes to like,
Overall- Oh, go ahead.
man, Jumper goes to like go and talk with Squirrel and see what's up and give him, kind of catch up what's going on, and walks into that and is kind of taking aback a bit. It's like, oh, I've seen zoomies, but I have not seen. Is this a new aura skill? And Jumper's just kind of just observing for a moment, trying to piece together what the heck's going on.
So the overall shape of the golem is very similar to Squirrel's. Kind of draconic, with wings and everything. Gotta make sure you can keep up with him after all.
Fair enough.
Ah, thank you, Enja. I did forget to update the tip goal. I knew there was something I was forgetting, and it's always the tip goal.
Hundreds of Badooz is a funny tip goal name.
That was from Wild
Thanks.
Traditions.
I see. Jumper's trying not to get in the way of this, lest he probably be ran over by the zooming speed fast-forwarded Squirrel. They are pretty much their invisible sight to be noticed, but they, knowing how Squirrel gets, like, hyper-focused in their stuff, they know not to immediately interrupt them. But they will kind of shuffle over to Yolk and kind of ask, like, hey, Yolk, what's up with Squirrel?
Yoke will consider for a moment before giving Chomper the text that says, I can't create more time, but I can make Squirrel's time have more.
So you gave him a buff?
Technically, yes.
Okay, so it's like an energy drink? Is he gonna be okay? You're not like using up his life or something, right?
It'll shake its head.
Okay. As long as you're not hurting him, right?
It will shake its head once more. Whoop.
Gimund _ tipped $10. This is not a concerning tip goal.
Thank you for that tip, Gimund. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed. And it is a very concerning tip goal.
Why? Now, however might that be?
Interface error.
On this
Chomper's-
most momentous of days.
Chomper's observing for now, but it will say, well, was anything I can do to help this? Let me know. Seems like you're helping Squirrel get his golem going. He is moving fast.
You know, Enja, it is possible to just let us have a win. You are allowed to do that.
No. I assure you, it's not what you think. It's
Besides, we have an entire tournament to go through to rack up wins before we get immediately RKO'd by Cannibal Island.
But we could get RKO'd in the tournament for all we know. You can just let me have the golem.
To be fair, I think
you.
this is more concerning considering we all have an approximated electronic implants interface inside of all of us.
Yeah.
I think that's the more complicated and worrying part than just the golem.
Yeah. But
Either way, for in-character stuff, Squirrel is going to be talking to Chomper, but it basically is just sounding like...
Like a fucking, like a chipmunk or something in fast food. I don't know.
yeah, no. Apologies, Chomper, but trying to decipher any word that comes out of him is virtually impossible.
Chomper's gonna tell is gonna be in the dump a little bit. They're gonna look at Squirrel. They're gonna begin to smile really wide and just like be smiling at them. And then within like 2 seconds, just go, "What?"
Which I'm sure for the Squirrel, it seems like it takes him a half hour to say that.
Yoke just nods, and Chomper gets a text saying, "It is a good thing that he will have a new form soon."
Can you translate both that and what you just said? Do you mean it's like his second Evo?
Well, first Evo.
Has he changed before?
Chomper shakes his head. No, I mean the number 2, the first Evo. Sorry, numbers evade me.
Ah, stage 2.
Yes.
If the feeling is correct, we will bear witness to it. And with good time soon. He will translate for Squirrel, though. And, Squirrel, from your perspective, 6 minutes and 40 seconds go by before you can put down the hammer. As it looks good.
Well, for the translation. Hi, Chomper. Why are you so slow? Why can't you? Why are you taking so long to talk and respond and stuff? I'm getting this done. It's gonna be done very soon. I'm almost done.
As quickly as Chomper can, Chomper just gives a thumbs up.
Why are you taking hours to respond? Like seriously, are you okay? Do you need help? Do we need to send you over to Sigmund to get some help because you're taking so very long to respond?
Ah, Squirrel, you're the one going fast. You're going really, really, really fast. Man, I wonder if you can use this in a fight. This is a really neat thing. You sure he's not being, is this good for his heart? Jeez.
It is a good thing he will have a new body soon. I am helping.
I didn't know he was getting a new body anytime soon. You know we can't pick when we, evolve and stuff, right?
I have a very good feeling about this.
And what if he can't evolve right now?
I am helping. But Squirrel, when you set down the hammer and chisel, things return to normal time. You are so thirsty, actually. You feel that you could drink maybe 3 pitchers of water.
I'm sure the school's got drinking fountains, right?
Yes, they do.
So as soon as he starts slowing down, he is running out of the room to the nearest drinking fountain.
He is going to be downing plenty of water.
Chomper is offering any of the food that he has on hand to give to Squirrel.
Yoke just nods solemnly, as if he's quite sure that he did a good job. Squirrel. Between eating, breathing, and drinking, you are occupied for a time.
He is going to just take care of all that. Panting heavily, kind of in his own little world. He gives a little nod to Chomper when he gets offered the food. But doesn't really respond more than that in between, drinking, eating, and resting for a bit.
Chopper responds, "Yeah, I was gonna ask how your golem work was going, but seems like you're kicking it into overdrive."
Gotta get done before tournament.
Chopper nods. Okay, well, if there's anything I can do to help you not, wear yourself out, because you... let me know. I've seen someone do this a long time ago with, 5 energy drink monster things. If you know what those are. During, a crunch for school, but not for a golem. You are going to crash if you don't keep drinking and eating. Let me know if you need anything.
So Chomper saw this in a toothpaste ad once.
Yes, sure.
No, he saw this in a ad that just has this very particular whistle that gets done at the end of it. And a big man that's just shouting and screaming constantly.
Ah, yes. Everyone knows that one.
I know that one way too well.
Yeah, you're a big fan of that one, cough cough. But anyway, Chomper's gonna keep, on standby for Squirrel, giving him some whatever he needs, water and food and whatnot. I guess check on the current status of the golem. Must have been knocked out a lot of it from doing that.
Oh yeah, it's practically in the home stretch. There's just a few last things to do, but they'll not be done here.
When Squirrel's feeling more rested, he's gonna rush back into the room and just kind of shout out, "Hoopa!"
There is no answer.
Hoopa,
Yoke's
you made a deal.
Yoke's mouth is going to turn from its perpetual smile as it does an actual spin to become upside down. Answer your summons, being. Answer your summons.
Yoke is fun. Glad he's on our side.
Whoop appears in from the door. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Get that out of here.
Well, I mean, that is kind of the goal. You're going to be taking us over to the one guy. I don't think I should say his name yet.
I'll take you. I'll follow. Please don't.
Well, you gotta take Tatsu and Chomper too. What was that?
Hoopa has no idea who Tatsu is.
Oh, that's the golem.
Oh. Cool. It's named. Of course it's named. Yep. Hoopa's so distressed. and just peeing within 5 miles of Yoke. Yep. That's great. Cool. Maybe I'll just not think about it and things will go great. Yep. As Hoopa is opening the most reluctant portal of his life. Somehow less willing than when Vane ordered it.
Actually, you know, I
Because
think
we
Vane
need-
wanted to talk to him too, so maybe we should bring Vane with.
We can go call him.
Oh,
Do our
right.
text thing.
Squirrel's gonna send a text. Vane, you wanted to talk to the one guy that I don't know if we can say his name, but you know the one guy that's gonna help me with my golem, right?
It is just gonna message back. What was the? Oh yeah, the thing. Vane is just gonna message back. Oh, is he done thinking about things? Because he said he was going to be busy considering the situation for a while.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm just, Hoopa's here, and I'm going to him for the finishing up of Tatsu.
Where is Hoopa?
At the school. I think he likes Yolk.
I'm going to go there to put up a veil before anything happens.
Well, you should probably hurry because the portal's already open.
Vane is just gonna sigh. Inform anyone that's around him that he needs to go stop people from doing something stupid.
Also, we'll just
He
ask,
really only has Hoopa in mind for that, but he just doesn't want to be specific about it.
Kaza will ask if it's Gregor or someone else.
Let me put it this way. You remember the Blood Tax Day individual? He's back. And there's no one there to throw up a veil. So I'm going to go throw up a veil around him.
Oh, okay. Kaza has a general idea that it's probably Squirrel's workshop and wants to know if he'd like to get there now.
That would be helpful, yes.
Cool. He'll grab his wig and teleport. And I assume that the first thing that Vane does is throw up the veil.
Yes, before then immediately turning to Hoopa. First of all, is there actually like a portal open to anywhere?
The portal is there, but it doesn't seem like it's connected to another side just yet.
Vane is just going to give a look at Hoopa and just go, "Why are you doing anything without a veil up?"
Hoopa is sweating and looks slightly paled. I just want to get this over with. I just get me away from that thing. Get me away.
Well, don't forget that we're gonna need you to take us back as well.
Actually, hey Kaza, Wade's active right now, and I know Wade would be interested in this. I don't know if you just want to gather up the rest of the team.
Oh, I might as well. Kaza will pop back and start asking everyone if they'd like to go and meet a potential ally.
Wade is going to nod. Curious as to what or who this potential ally is.
Does anyone else want to go?
Scruff will pipe up. Ooh, are we going on an adventure?
Something like that.
Ooh. Scruff is tippy tapping with excitement. We're going on an adventure.
Zevran is perplexed, but like, alright, more people on our side is probably good. Sure, I'll do it. Pyro! How does Pyro feel about this? A potential ally.
Pyro's gonna be like, what's going on now?
Remember our teleporter friend, Unwilling?
Uh, is it the one with the rings?
That's the one.
Is he back or something?
Yep.
Is he planning on creating another Hoopa Day?
No, I think he was brought here on purpose. We're meeting Squirrel's other friend.
Ah, yeah, I'll want to go then.
Great. And Kaza will be bringing everyone back. Everyone is going to meet the Reggie.
Yep, and Vane is just going to go, I have a veil up so I can say it. Just in case it'll cause problems with anyone beforehand, we're leaving to go meet Regigigas. We met him once already. He's very amenable to our side, and had to be talked out of going to try and attack Heaven the last time we talked to him.
But wait, his eyes widen. Oh. I see.
Veil won't last forever, though. I'm just letting you know ahead of time in case it causes problems.
Wade nods.
Hoopa will finish connecting the other side. Though Yoke is looking at Hoopa. Looking at Hoopa and saying nothing. Hoopa is kind of just ducking behind their portal. He desperately wants anything between him and Yoke.
I have other things planned, so let's get this over with.
See what I mean? I think he likes Yolk.
Kaza will admit, this is a little fun. This is a... This is the
Yep.
quietest I've ever seen Hoopa.
Kaza, have you been subjected to multiple Hoopa days?
Maybe. Though I never knew where I did end up, so I couldn't really ever go back there.
He just turns and looks at Hoopa more.
Leave me alone. I'm indiscriminate.
You're going to be going through that portal now and leading us to where we want to go.
He will do just that. And everyone can pass through peacefully, but Yoke takes his time, waiting until the end, because as he passes over the ring, he will leave a darkened smudge on it. Even though he seems to be taking quite the care to hop over the ring. Hoopa is writhing. Stop yourself!
One moment. We seem to be having net issues here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It hasn't completely dropped, it's just incredibly slow. I think... I think I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording for few minutes here, let it recover, and we'll resume. So we'll take a small
All right.
break here.
Yep, might as well.
Hello again, everybody. We are back. Looks like the net has stabilized. So let's go and get back into it. Where were we with things there, Enja?
Hoopa was hissing at the yoke for having like left a trail somehow on the ring.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Did you?
Hello. Sorry about that. Just organizing some things. All right. Yoke ignores Hoopa and continues walking. Hoopa closes the portal and seems to be desperately examining and trying to wipe the ring with a towel. To, unfortunately for Hoopa, no effect.
So we're all over in the
You are in the cave.
Is Regigigas here?
No, but there is a pedestal, and, well, you already know the code to open the door.
If I remember correctly, we were allowed to keep the stones too.
You were?
So Vade'll just put the stones back. I still remember how much Hoopa was mauling when Vade was just like, "What? The riddle? I don't need the riddle."
Yeah. You don't. It will take some time for Regigigas to arrive, however.
As expected.
Many doors open. Hoopa, however, is sitting very far away. Yoke just seems to be looking around. Unfortunately, you can't really get a read on him as no face.
Squirrel is just carrying Tatsu and just waiting.
30 minutes passed by before Regigigas trundles forward. There are more of you now.
Yeah. Remember last time we talked, I mentioned that we had about half the team here and half the team somewhere else due to Hoopa. This is the other half along with a new addition.
Chomper waves.
Zevran also waves. He's big.
Everyone else who hasn't already met him, this is Regigigas. Around here, he is effectively the god of laws.
Wade is bowing down to the Regigigas.
Squirrel is practically
seems-
bouncing.
Kaza seems very surprised, but also, this is probably a good thing, actually.
Especially because Vade is being chill around a god.
Yeah, no, like, wow. Okay, this is a good guy.
Yep, and Vade will also just quickly go, and before anyone gets concerned about having to kill him later, don't worry, the Reggies also go by slightly special rules. This timer only goes while he is awake. and he is not at his timer, so he's fine.
Chomper responds, so hey Reggie, so you're one of the good gods, huh? Seeing as, well, Vane's cool with you.
I believe I could be described as such. I'm supposed to be neutral, but apparently that's good, which is slightly discouraging.
Chomper is scribbling in their notes. Reggie, under the good tier of God. There we go.
Make sure to list him as Reggie Gigas because there are other Reggies.
I have 5 subordinates.
That's a lot of Reggies. Okay, I'll make sure to Reggie Gigas. Got it.
Okay, so introductions are over. Great. Reggie Gigas! And he's running up. I did it!
Fast.
He's nodding and holding up the golem.
He's going to nod and, like, just lower one of his hands.
He will put the golem into the hand.
It will raise, and he is giving it a very close look as he is bringing it right to his face.
Squirrel is currently bouncing excitedly, but keeping back from interrupting.
The colored lights, or the colored eyes, seem to almost be individually flashing as they are all taking their turns to look at the golem. Yes, this is a good job.
Yes!
This is a good golem.
I put my
It is
all
ready
into it.
for you. You have chosen a good material for the core.
Squirrel nods excitedly. I thought I'd find I thought that would be really good, because it was kind of tuned to me already, and so it would be very good.
Yes. This will stop aura interference. He will be lowering the hand, having given his official seal of approval. The last step awaits you. It will be a simple matter.
Chomper's giving a big thumbs up. Good job, Squirrel.
Wade is also giving a thumbs up after he stopped bowing down to Reggie Gigas.
Reggie Giga seems to be paying Yoke no mind.
So, what do we do next? I put everything in and followed your instructions and everything, but, well, he's not alive yet. Did our internet die?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh no. I think you got pulled away.
I think
Dang.
you got pulled away.
Was just worried because everything was silent and, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt.
Same.
And the neighbors have even claimed Reggie Gigas.
You did what?
The neighbors have claimed Reggie Gigas.
Ah, yes, they truly are powerful.
True.
Unfortunately.
I'm thinking about eating something, but I'm not sure if I want to have some leftover pizza or if I want to have a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
I wish I had those choices. Those sound amazing.
I know, right?
Pebbles. I'm gonna have to get some cereal soon.
What
Okay,
are
that's
Fruity
it. I'm
Pebbles?
gonna poke me if you need me. I'm stepping away. I have my headphones on. I'm making some pastaroni or something for us. BRB.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of had to tighten on things, and so we basically only have pastaroni.
Hmm.
You should probably like expand out into other cheap options like oatmeal. Oatmeal is a really good cheap option.
I think I've got some of that, yeah.
Sorry, what are Fruity Pebbles?
They're cereal.
It's a cereal.
Okay. Curiosity sated, thank you.
Yeah, you might have seen them just because they have like Flintstones on them. Like from the cartoon, the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Here's what the box
used to
looks
watch
like. Also, I cannot hear the Flintstones things without also hearing Granddad from fucking Joel.
Yeah, we
I know what you're talking about.
No idea.
Oh, Mr. Dragon, thank you.
Mr. Dragon 114 tipped $40.
Thank you so much for that tip. Thank you for the support. Yeah, we've got a lot of pastaroni that I had kind of stocked up, and we're a little restricted to that. Like, we have meatballs to go with it and such, so we get some protein. I've got my V8s for those, for some other nutrients, but yeah. On the plus side, there are a lot of different flavors with the with the pastaroni.
I like how Ido just put a message in chat saying "nourish the blood towel," and then put an Asherito.
I'm back.
Welcome
I
back.
do be
Welcome
trying
back.
to mix it up and whatnot and add some different like things to the pasta. I mean, heck, like yesterday I made some rice and beans that I'm pretty proud of because the first time I ever tried to make green kidney beans and rice, Cajun style. Just wish I had sausage. It would have came out so much better with actual like ham. But yeah, did good sauteing garlic and onions with it. So yeah.
My God.
Well,
the quotes are
Raijin,
being sentient.
we also have mashed potatoes that we put in with it as well.
Potato?
And also
I got-
cheeses.
I gotta try to make mashed potatoes one of these days.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
You
I
boil
just-
a potato, you mash it up with a fork, mashed potatoes, problem solved.
Fair enough.
Or you get it from the Smash Martian.
I need to get back to making curry again. I was making homemade curry before with potatoes. Just haven't done it in a bit. Just need the paste. Well, yeah. Chicken would be better. Anyway, back to kitchen.
GG.
Ooh.
In case he has his phone on him, I just messaged him saying you Gucci.
Yeah.
Ooh.
God damn, we lost him big time this time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
He has perished it.
He says that he perished.
Apparently, Rob just perished.
Are you alright, Rob?
A big spider just like dropped from the ceiling in front of my face on a spider web. So it did that very visual horror thing of like slowly lowered itself into my peripheral vision where my glasses are, where it's just a blur. And as I turned to look at it, it spread its legs fully.
Jesus, what the heck?
And now it's fucked off back onto the ceiling.
We had an enormous spider that built a web across the entirety of our balcony.
I left my window open, that's why there's
We,
nighttime and the lights are on, the windows open.
that thing was not fun to deal with. It had a life bar and everything.
Oh my god, I'm back.
Welcome back. What happened?
Dogs are biting each other.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, Squirrel had asked Reggie Gigas what is next.
Well, the last bit is to find some of your core aura, the most potent, and try and channel it into its core. Basically, touching hearts to start its heart.
Oh.
On one hand, cute. On the other hand, oh god, don't fuck that up.
Yeah.
Okay, time
that
for a roll to be botched. Got it. What am I rolling? Or am I rolling? Enja?
Let's see.
oh,
I
okay.
feel this would be a presence roll. Sorry, I was just considering. But you will be getting 2 additional dice for this.
Oh, cool. Definitely using innovative on this. This is new thing. I'm gonna willpower that.
That almost true comboed right back to the same number you started from.
I have one more boost die. I'm using it.
Could also
Might as
vigor.
well.
I am out of vigor points.
What if so? Hey.
Though that said,
Now.
I just realized I forgot to include the bonus 2 dice, so...
Ah, yes. Those might help.
A miss. Not enough
Yes.
ale.
Ooh.
Can I just use the party reroll?
Sure.
Yeah, alright.
Yee. Got 2. So.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yo.
Jumper sees Squirrel having a hard time and like offers, would you like some help? I've been training with my aura too.
You know, hey, does chat have one of those dice vaporizing?
And boo! You forgot boo!
Yep, there we go.
Thank you, Ido. I was joking about the botch dice.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Squirrel died.
It was important, so I was just assuming that there was probably going to be a botch somewhere in there.
Mhm.
In whatever series of rolls you're making.
Sold the one. Since I got that back. And another one. I think 6 is the highest I'm getting.
Well, hold
Means
on.
and
Chomper
boo.
was lending
You
his
forgot
assistance.
boo.
What were you lending
Oh.
assistance? Whoop.
Well, the difficulty's been decreased.
Hey, 6s count. I think.
Yeah, that is what that would mean.
Yes. All right. So, it's a bit strange practically reaching into your own chest to pull out vital aura. And for a moment you feel the cold sense of dread as you feel like you've displaced something important. But no. There's still what you're pulling out is a tether, more like. Not your just actual entire heart. What a fake out. And slowly, carefully, you reach forward and place it against its chest. And let it sink in until it connects with the core. It is slightly taxing, as some of your aura is flowing into the core, and may stay there for a period of time. But it's starting as your golem begins to come to life. Flaring up. And as time passes, you don't have to maintain the connection, and you can let it go. It's a thin line now rather than a cord. Practically a silken thread. But your golem stands and is yours to control.
Well, Squirrel's gonna just kind of look at it curiously. Hello? Huh. I was kind of expecting it to have a bit more personality to it.
Well, it's just woken up. It needs to come to terms with existence. It has a lot to decompile at the moment. Reggie, I guess, is going to say. Sort out the sub-processors and active processors.
Ah.
Squirrel's just going
It
to.
may even go through a few different settings, so to say, before it settles on one. So don't be too alarmed if it changes. In time it'll find one that it wants. Let's give it a hand, though. And Regigigas is going to tap its back with one of his large fingers. And that seems to... that does seem to give it a bit of a jolt. Shiny.
Oh! Yes, we have many shinies.
It will nod. And then, like, step closer. As if trying to compare the two of you. Point for point.
Well, he was designed to be very similar to Squirrel, just not fluffy.
True. It seems to be taking interest in the horns in particular.
Your name is
Both
Tatsu.
it and yours. Tatsu.
Not naked mole rat. No Raijin. Bad.
I mean,
They are scales.
sure they are, yeah.
Chomper's looking. So it's like another you, but less fur and new to everything?
Squirrel
I
will
remember you
nod.
liking shinies. Oh.
Squirrel will nod, and he's going to pull out one of the gems that he has.
It has its attention immediately.
He will give it one of the quartz crystals.
It will take it, sit down, and practically obsess over it.
Oh no.
Squirrel is so excited. Are you understanding things more?
Information flow is natural, but it's then going to look up at Squirrel and roll onto its back and look up at him very expectantly. Tatsu is good. Tatsu is good.
Squirrel blinks in confusion and looks up at Regigigas.
Regigigas is also looking down at it, as if processing and deciphering. It is seeking either attention or affection.
Oh!
speaks.
Go ahead.
Is it like a new puppy?
Technically, it has come into life before your eyes. Though this loadout, or this personality loadout, is a surprise.
Well, you did say that you might go through a few. Not what I was expecting, but I'm okay with it. Though we're gonna have to make sure that he's good at combat too. The world's not exactly, you know, safe.
Combat?
Don't worry about that right this second.
It's going to scoot a little on the ground until it's like resting itself on top of Squirrel's feet and like pressing against his shins.
Squirrel will crouch down. Yes, you're gonna be good. We're gonna make you great. We'll get you up to speed.
Very pleased. He doesn't exactly know what is expected of him, but he has your approval now.
Well, Reggie Gigas, is there anything else I should know about him?
Due to the materials, he will recover on his own with time, but items may be less effective on him than they would be on you. He is made of inorganic material at the end of the day. But he is tough. Mechanically, Tatsu has natural armor.
Yeah, I was planning on picking that up for him.
Yep. I just thought I'd declare that officially. That it can learn the things that you learn, and should not be inferior to other Pokemon.
Oh, so he can
It
use moves
also
too?
need not. It can. It also, as long as the core remains intact, will always be repairable. In that sense, it only has a singular vital point.
The wooden stick? Or petrified wood?
That's the one.
Alright, we'll keep that safe. And ideally the rest of him too, but, you know.
Of course. Regigigas will be considering if there is more to say. But he will think of one thing. Ah, right, of course. It's been so long, but you can link with your golem. You have its aura after all. Or it has your aura after all. So, should there be times when potentially you may be traveling to a hazardous location and you cannot follow it, you could instead pilot Tatsu yourself. And as you can imagine, Tatsu is less vulnerable to conditions that require the biological components, such as poison.
Oh. Well,
There are some benefits to, well, not being biological.
yeah, that's true. Benefits and negatives.
True enough. However, in that same vein, while you're piloting Tatsu, it would be more akin to a consciousness swap, to where Tatsu would then be keeping your body mobile. So, it's somewhat convenient should you be in a potentially hazardous location that you will not be completely defenseless.
That is definitely good to know.
And as Tatsu's creator, they will have a natural affinity towards you. Your word shall be, well, law.
Understood. Well, I think the others wanted to ask you some questions, but I'm gonna go over here and start explaining some stuff to him.
Of course.
Ira's gonna follow Squirrel.
Oh boy.
Oh, don't want to talk to the god.
Ira's more interested in the golem. In Tatsu.
Okay.
Well, Squirrel will not deny that Tatsu is cool.
Well, I guess Vay will probably just start out by going, you haven't exactly called for us, Regigiga, so I want to make sure that you've actually finished thinking through things, or if you'd like to return to your seclusion.
I have not finished thinking through every topic that I wished to, but I have come to some conclusions.
In that case, when we reach a topic that you haven't finished thinking through, just say that.
Understandable. For starters, the world remains functional. That means that some have not completely abandoned their duties.
Wade is going to die in relief as he hear that. That is actually good to know.
So any of you have any questions for him, considering he has thought through at least some things? For people who weren't here originally, we mostly just explained to him the current situation of the world and about how it differs from how it's supposed to be.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I'm sure Nogande appreciates that.
I suppose I am curious about something. You have surmised that that the world is some of the gods are still doing their jobs because the world is literally falling apart. Which gods would you say that that's the case for? If there's any that you could guess.
Well, I would assume that
So you know, you said I would assume that and then cut out.
all right, one more time then. Xerneas and Yvetal are in existence.
At the very least, Xerneas is not doing their job. And as far as we're aware, Yvetal is off on a Dark Spiral binge.
Problematic.
What? Actually, on that topic, what is supposed to be her job? Wei was struggling not to call her Lady Cernius there.
By all technicality, she releases life energy secondary. Her primary role is to release the fairy energy that would then counter Yvetal's dark energies. However, naturally, the amount she dissipates is lesser. So, despite its effectiveness against his, it does tend to balance out. But where
Unfortunately,
Where is
Oh, so it's not that she can't do. It's not that she hasn't been doing her job. It's that she literally can't do her job because of the way things are at the moment.
Regigius, I'm going to say something that is likely to make you angry. Do you wish for me to say this right now, or do you wish for me to hold off on this?
I would prefer to be more informed.
In that case, I would like you to be aware of the fact that Xerneas has successfully broken an egg.
Every single movement stops for Regigigas.
It is a bit of a strange situation, considering the egg was a conglomeration of the corpse of hell, a bunch of false angels that died during the killing of hell, and all of that then coalesced and came into existence in the void and was being raised by Giratina slightly before returning to the world. That over there is quite literally the yolk of the egg. And he's going to just motion towards yolk.
He's going to look over the yolk as if he doesn't really seem to know how to feel about him. Before, and you can hear the grinding as he's making himself turn back towards Fane. The life god has broken an egg.
Yes.
Where is Sigard?
I am unsure.
Unaccounted for at the moment.
the vast majority of the gods, we have no idea where they are, if not in heaven, considering that their other primary residence was destroyed. So, basically, all of the gods are either exiled to heaven because of Kulti, or they are hiding somewhere. Hey, Hoopa, where's Zygarde?
He is curling his. Well, that is a tricky question to answer because, technically, he's in a lot of places.
How many parts?
All of them?
No, I'm
Nice.
asking how many parts is he in, if that's your answer.
Has he been
Reached 3 digits.
has he been broken apart?
Yes.
Wait, blinks.
Are they still alive, or is it more they're stopping them from reforming by breaking the parts constantly?
Oh, no. They're alive. It's just that they're a bit spaced apart, and they've not really got their navigation magnet attraction.
So he's been broken apart, and the thing that would allow him to reconstitute is missing. Great.
And now Regigigas is going to lean forward, not intending to be menacing, but he is getting mad again. Where are the Zygarde cores? They are the ones that possess the function. Where are the cores? Suppressed? You should lead with that.
Do you know where they're situated?
They're in Daybreak.
All of them are in Daybreak?
No. But one is at, very far down in the ocean. And is, like, actually buried.
Buried in the ocean floor?
How many continents are they spread across? Not counting the ocean one. Unless it's somewhere in the sunken continent, in which case count that.
2.
Would either of those happen to be Etra?
No, actually.
Okay, good, because I was slightly worried that part of the reason that it continually floats up had to do something with the magnet thing that Regigigas mentioned earlier. In that case, Klagoa and which other continent?
Ushend.
Ushen. Which part of Ushen?
The northern part. Kaza is starting to frown. So they're frozen? Hoopa can just shrug lightly and says, like, listen, I only have the general location, so it's not like I've been keeping track of them.
Shouldn't that be important enough to actually keep track of? Considering you don't even like the other gods.
Yeah, but if I started doing things, they'll start paying attention to me more.
Bless you.
I'm not saying going and collecting them, I'm just saying keeping track of them. You teleport around. If anyone asks why you're in the middle of nowhere, just say that it's a place that you were considering dropping people who annoyed you off to.
Ushen sucks. Dialga's there and he's fucking crazy.
I wonder why Dialga's crazy. In the middle of a time loop that's been going on for over 71,000 iterations.
I guess, yeah.
I'm not even going to bother asking why you haven't tried to do anything about that, considering I'm having enough trouble trying to think about how to help one person who's aware of the timelines, much less a god who's aware of the timelines, and potentially remembers far more about them.
Well, the good thing is that he still has a save.
That he still has what?
Dialga's still got a saint.
Yeah? Do you know who that is?
No. Actually, I haven't seen them for a really long time, actually.
I'm just going to consider that might... What? You haven't seen them in a very long time. What were they?
He's about to say it, and his lips were forming the word M, or the letter M, but then he's like pausing. He's like, what? Huh?
Do you remember my question?
What?
God damn it, the timeline's doing it again. Alright. Hoopa, I have bad news for you.
What? Wait, what? Hoopa seems
You were mentioning about
momentarily
how
dazed.
Dialga still has a saint, technically.
Yeah.
Now, before you think about that more, I want you to know something very important. The timeline occasionally unexists people, and when people remember them, it tries to overwrite their memories to recorrect it.
Oh.
You got very confused trying to think about what Dialga's saint was, which I have only really seen happen in regards to that. So either one, the timeline has unexisted them, which means we'd have to try and get them from a different timeline, which is hard enough as it is, trying to get any information from another timeline, much less an actual individual. Or B, they put some form of forgetful Gios thing upon everyone they knew and have disappeared.
Shit. Wait a minute. No. He has two saints.
Wait, he's gonna
But
raise
I
an
never
eyebrow.
met the other one. One is new, actually.
Contractual or true?
I think it's the latter one because I think they were pressured into it.
Regigigas, are you able to have more than one true saint? I think it's theoretically possible.
Regigigas will not, but it is very ill-advised since theoretically both of them would be drawing from the same source.
That's about what I thought, but apparently Dialga is also just insane, so...
But then he will consider that technically one saint might be able to, since they have the god's power, technically gives saint someone else.
He's gonna raise an eyebrow. Really?
Now, of course, no god would tolerate it, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. They just wouldn't be able to force it. And it wouldn't be a true saint, it would definitely be a contractual saint.
So if the newer one is a true saint, that didn't happen. But that is important to know. Considering that even a contractual sainting will still affect the person being sainted. Alright, I'm just going to try and find a good way around this for a second. Hoopa, can you try writing down what the saints you were trying to think of are? I don't know if you can talk it, but let's see how far this goes.
He will make 2 notes. First saint and second saint. Second saint contractual question mark? First saint and first saint true, not question mark.
I thought you said the second one was true and they were pressured into it.
I'm not sure about that anymore.
All right.
Hence contractual question mark.
Are you able to write down each of their names?
He gives it a go and seems dazed and says like he never even knew who the second one was. He just knew that there was a second one.
Do you know what they were supposed to be, either through rumor mill or anything?
He's going to write down second saint, same species as first saint. That's what he knows.
And what was the species of the first saint?
He goes to write something. He makes one line and his eyes start drifting apart.
Is it a horizontal line, a vertical line?
It is slightly diagonal.
All right.
Basically, bottom left, up right a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Veda's just gonna go, well, I can only really think of one letter that does that properly, so I guess there's 2.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Tony Tins just resubscribed for 18 months.
Tony Tins, thank you so much for that resub and your 18 months of support.
Thank you.
And Vena's just going to finish out the letter of it and start with an M and then write an A below it and see which one he reacts to more. Because the only letters he can think of that really does that is a capital M and a capital A.
He seems to be getting fuzzy the longer he stares at the M, but like he's starting to like drool a little.
I'm just gonna take this now. He's just gonna take both of the notes.
What?
Do you remember my explanation about either the timeline messing with you or there being some sort of mental effect on you? We got to the first letter of what they were and you started drooling, so I'm going to call that a bust for now.
I feel like I got like bad sleep. Like the kind of I'm just gonna have a nap 3 hours later sleep. Okay, hold on, there's something more.
I'm not going to keep snapping you out of this.
No. The first saint was immortal, I think.
Was
No.
mortal or was immortal?
Immortal. This is the second one. But like cause he lived for way longer than people should. But the second one was picked up within like, and he seems to like start to try and feel it out for himself and like stops after a moment's like was picked the newer one was within 50 years.
Regigigas, do you happen to know of Dialga having any saints, or was that not the case when you were last awake?
The last saint of Dialgas that I am aware of was Metagross.
That does start with one of the letters that he couldn't read or write properly, so would also, I guess, track with the mental effects.
He's going to look over to Hoopa. Say that Regigigas' saint was Metagross. Regigigas' saint is a Metagross. It is not a Metagross. Oh yeah, I didn't get fuzzy.
Alright, well, I guess we can start just by going through all of the different Pokemon that start with M. Wait, you and Paz kept that book, right?
Yes.
Alright, get it out and just start going to M, and we're gonna keep going until we can't read one of them.
Wade takes out his book and goes and begins going through the encyclopedia.
All right. For sake of expedience, I will just tell you when you get the winner, or I will just tell you what the one that he finally gets stuck on is, and I think it's going to piss Vane off.
There is a couple of options, but there is one that would piss Vane off the most.
Because during the routine, he can't say Mightyena.
That's going to be a problem. That's problematic in multiple ways, actually.
Kaza seems confused.
First of all, dark type.
Oh no, he's got a dark type saint.
Plural. They're both Mightyena.
Oh no. Oh,
About
no.
how long ago from now would you say the second saint was picked up?
Hoopa says he can't get any closer than no later than 50 years ago.
Hey guys, there obviously this might just be a little bit of bias based on people that we've seen, and this could just be any Mightyena that's lived in the past 50 years.
I think I know what you're thinking.
It would be a bad option, but it is a place. It is something to look at least.
Yes.
For people who don't remember, the person who was a librarian before Samantha was a Mightyena who disappeared.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that. Yeah.
So
I was thinking the same thing.
We don't exactly have enough to even like remotely confirm that in any way, but it is enough that I'm slightly worried about it.
No, yeah, that's understandable.
So don't act like that's confirmed or anything. I'm just... That is very problematic, potentially.
Not a confirmation, but it is a good educated guess.
I've met a total of 2 Mightyena, and the other one that I've met is very definitely not a saint.
Wait, nods.
Because, if I remember correctly, the dark type specialist that talked with Vade in Season 1 was a Mightyena. So I'm counting
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Regigigas is looking over to Hoopa, still upset but now slightly amused that they can play hot and cold with Hoopa.
Yep. Well, now we've kind of solved that mystery, at least. And it has given us even more problems to try and solve.
That's how it goes for us. One step forward, two steps that we need to, two steps more that we need to take.
Alright, so now that we've figured that out, anyone else want to ask him things before I find another thing to ask him?
I do have a few questions. Lord Regigigas, when was the last time that you were awake?
It is difficult to keep track of that, but I awake when there is a crisis in which the legends decide to, when there is a sufficient crisis. I am to enforce the natural order of things and ensure that the laws are upheld. How they circumvented me, I am not sure. However, there was an additional continent, and hell still existed during my last proper full activation.
So it's been a long time. Oh dear.
It seems to be tragically the case.
Wade is going to rub his chin as and looking like he has a question that he wants to ask, but looking like he's hesitating for a moment before he just go ahead and says it. For the last time that you were awake, was there a Lord Rayquaza among the gods?
Of course, all positions were filled.
How was he, if you don't mind me asking?
The Rayquaza that I was familiar with was diligent. He was yes, diligent would be the way to describe him.
Wait,
He was
nuts.
very intent on his work, but would make a schedule that he adhered to, and would always set an amount of time to set to each task. Given that he could move quickly, he would allocate 3 hours each day to Kyogre and Groudon. And if they did not take the full time allotment, he would return to another duty and expect them to start bickering, so that he would return and fill out the time allotment that he had estimated that they would take, the 3 hours.
Wade is nodding. He did sound like a very diligent individual indeed. He was basically trying to mediate between those two to make sure that they weren't bickering enough to affect the mortal plane, correct?
Correct. But if they went past their 3-hour daily allotment of arguing, he would raise his hand.
Wade
I believe
nods.
after a point they were doing it just to fill time. Their arguments were quite cyclical.
Wade nods. What were their arguments about?
Territory division. Where land should raise and where it should not. Where land should sink. Additional allocation of lakes. Argument over desert and tundras.
Of course.
Arctic lands in particular were contentious.
Wade is going to nod, looking a bit relieved, seemingly. So back then, so what then? It wasn't all that different. I see. And since, but you aren't really aware of anything regarding the gods during the present day, since you've been asleep this entire time, and no specifics at least.
I would have to venture out to gather that information.
And that's not a good idea.
I am not a stealthy individual.
Wade is going to give a bit of a chuckle and nod. No, definitely not.
Hey, Hoop, are you capable of transporting Regigigas?
Uh, yes, but he's big.
I
Like
am
big,
aware.
big and strong.
I mean, your whole thing is making portals. Is that would that be really be such would that really be such a big problem for you, Lord Hoopa?
It's that I don't know how they wouldn't detect him,
Veils.
visually or not. He's a major god. They have a lot of stage presence.
Segment.
Oh, right.
All of Hoopa's, like, wind out of his sails immediately.
Listen, I don't know how to do that thing he does.
I do, but mine's not quite as strong.
You want me to drop Regigigas off in his house?
No.
I could do it, maybe.
No.
If you do that, you know he's going to blood tax you immediately, right?
You know
And
that
then
you're not.
probably kill you if you disrupt any of his actual important things with that.
Not to mention that that's just probably just going to destroy part of his house. It's not if not the entirety of it.
Could be really funny, though.
Do you want to fuck with Sigmund's enchantments?
No, no. No, I'm changing my mind now.
Good. Anyway, I was considering talking with Sigmund about it and trying to set up at least a time where we can get Regigigas books from the library. So that way he can begin to apprise himself of the current world situation without leaving.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. Books.
Yes, I just wanted to know if it was possible to transport him in case it became necessary.
Yeah, it's a
Like-
puzzle.
Wait,
After all, there will likely be times where he will find something in a book and wish to confirm it as current. One of the primary examples of that, in my opinion, is probably going to be looking at a Norris. I don't quite think reading about it in a book is going to make him quite as convinced as actually seeing a Norris.
He'll nod. Slowly, almost like expecting that that there is no way that Regigigas will have a good reaction to the state of a Norris.
In case anyone doesn't remember, a Norris is the continent that they fucking sunk.
Ugh,
Oh,
That-
yeah.
It's
that's
that
the
one.
one.
It's the Norris continent, yep. It's the one that the gods literally sank.
Yeah. And that one is still on the map. There is another one that
There's a
isn't
missing one,
anymore.
yeah. Yeah. So there's a Norris which is sank. There's another one that they just, like, fucking got rid of. I think Etre might have also originally been, like, an actual put-together thing. They might have fucked that up, too.
Yeah, now it's a floating land of cannibals. So what are you gonna do?
That one I wasn't sure if it started that way or if it just, like, you know, got extra fucked up by the gods. Either way, Vane is just going to go and look at Regigigas and go, I will just remind you that you're likely to find a great many upsetting things. I will
I
attempt
am-
to compile as many of the original Bibles of the gods as possible, along with what their current doctrine is, so that way you may also see the difference there.
I am prepared to set stopgaps for myself should my irritation pass acceptable thresholds, to which I can no longer be in decent company.
I'm not sure if it would help exactly or hurt, but that is why I wanted to at least have something in mind in case you could not contain yourself any longer and needed to see the results for yourself.
Understandable. It is best that I act with prudence, but I must admit, these recent days have been difficult. More difficult than any point in my life that I can actually remember. I don't believe I have ever felt such intense wrath.
I can only imagine. After all, somehow, through all of their mischief, the gods somehow find a way to make sure that you didn't woke up with this with the state of the world as it is.
Likely by suppressing all information about the relic cave.
Perhaps.
I'm supposed to have things that wake me automatically, though. After all, I awaken in times of crisis. I don't have a following, so I'm, by all means, technically, intentionally obscured.
Well, you do have a following, it's just self-contained. And he'll just
Wait.
point over at the unknown.
Yes.
You say that. Wait, you say that you wake up in time. You wake up in times of crisis. Let me ask you a question, Lord Rigikigas. We're bringing creatures from another world common back when you last were awake.
You might have heard them referred to as human Pokemon.
He's going to think on this one. It did happen one time.
Just one time from the entirety of when you were last were awake.
We were expected to take care of our own problems.
It happens every few decades at most right now.
So, if you're supposed to...
Exclamation mark.
Yeah, and Wade is going to say, so if you're saying that you're supposed to be waking up in times of crisis, I mean, apparently human Pokemon are chosen, as they're being called now, are being brought over in times of crisis. Could it be that the fact that chosen are being brought over is what is interfering with what's supposed to wake you up?
After all, is it technically a crisis if people are already there to solve it?
He's going to think on this one, and like you can see some lights flashing.
In addition, are you tuned to wake up at more natural crises, otherworldly crises, any crises? What about manufactured crises?
Manufactured? No. I'm supposed to resolve it natural crises, or ones that would put our world as it stands as a whole in danger.
So that's probably where they got you. They've been manufacturing crises in order to trigger the ability to summon individuals from other worlds, and they're the ones that are making the problems. So if you aren't tuned to wake up from problems that they themselves make intentionally, then you wouldn't have been waking up from all of this because they're doing all of this intentionally.
Wait, it's going to not somberly.
The current iteration being invaders from another world that they themselves made and intentionally messed up and intentionally gave them a way to interact with our world to attempt to invade it. So they've sacrificed an entire another world for the purpose of trying to create a crisis on this one.
One of his eyes twitches.
Not to mention, somehow those invaders have the ability to make the dungeons of the world disappear.
That too. Just to check, did you have mystery dungeons back when you were last awake?
He will nod that they existed.
I figured, considering their nature, but I wanted to check.
Though, there was perhaps 3 per landmass.
Yeah, now there's about, in some towns, 3 per town. I forget how many the capital of Eden has, but they have quite a bit.
He seems almost dazed.
Are you
As
alright, Lord?
As he will raise a hand to his forehead.
Would you like for me to set up that book exchange for you so that way you can actually learn some of this on your own, except for just hearing about things all at once during our occasional visits?
He will nod. As Kazu just has to feel a little bad for him. They found a way around the god's police. And things are oh boy.
Oh boy.
If it makes you feel better, things have apparently improved during the time loop. As the gods are being corralled into heaven and are being forced to stay there, instead of apparently what was happening in the original timeline around now, which was them just doing whatever they wanted on the surface and starting the gods versus mortals war. They may try and do that again. We're not sure. So not everything is entirely awful.
I will take anything at this point.
Yeah, in fact, cooperation is much higher worldwide. I'm planning on trying to learn about the original timeline more so that way I can help fix some of the other things going on, but just from what I know on secondhand information.
Noted. It is heartening to hear that something has improved.
I will admit we were mostly just focusing on the negative aspects, and I thought that so that way you have a complete picture, it's best if you also know that things are not entirely awful. We're just mostly focusing on the gods, which are a mess. The mortal side of things is mostly doing pretty great, actually, in comparison.
Good. Yes. Good. Does anyone else have questions? I feel that I am reaching a limit of what I might be intaking at the moment.
Scruff will raise a shadow claw.
Yes.
I've not quite got questions, but I might have another avenue of getting you answers if you need them. Less general things. I'm able to get in contact with Nargonde, with the spirit of the world. So should you need to or want to, I can relay questions about general states of things that might not be recorded or known about.
I will consider that.
As
Scruff
we give
nods
a
and takes
perfectly good rock anxiety.
Scruff nods and just takes a little shuffle back, like he has offered an avenue of answers. Task done. He will wait for future input.
Fair enough.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Mike was actually stopped working as soon as Rob
Oh.
finished, so I was gonna jump in. So no, don't worry, it was working. I wanted to jump in after Rob. All right, so did everybody finish up?
Yep.
All right, around this time, Chomper comes back from being over there with Squirrel. He was actually with Squirrel and Pyro the whole time. And he actually comes up at this point, approaching Reggie and Hoopa.
Yes.
First, who's closer, Hoopa? Chomper goes up to Hoopa and just simply asks, "Hey, I don't know if anybody asked, but hey, you doing okay? Just kind of doing a bit of a wellness check. You seem like you've been kind of stressed and, doing a lot of stuff. How you doing?"
This has been a weird day. And also, that! He will point back towards Yoke. It seems that he can't ignore his presence and will constantly worry about this.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are worried about him, but I can't really blame when he does a lot of interesting things. Huh? If it helps, we're keeping an eye on him. What's that?
No, go ahead.
Goodness. If it helps, we're keeping an eye on him and trying to, basically make sure he doesn't do anything bad. But besides being really interesting and doing, stuff with his powers, he hasn't done anything bad with them. Looks back at Hoopa. I mean, you do stuff with your powers all the time that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to.
No? You were supposed to do all the stuff that you did to us for Hooper Day?
I'm supposed to be a bit mischievous.
Well, I mean, I can agree that being mischievous can be fun. I mean, I used to steal for a living, so that's kind of mischievous, right?
Yeah, that counts.
Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. I just wanted to check on you, see how you're doing. I was kind of listening into all this stuff. It's a lot for me to take in. I've been taking a few notes while, being over there. But, alright, glad you're doing okay. If you ever want to talk, I'm, doing whatever. And with nothing, if nothing gets said, Chomper's gonna move back over to Reggie.
I do have something I want to ask Hoopa, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Yeah. Lord Hoopa, what exactly did you see when you see Joke? Because you seem to be you seem to be paranoid about him. Yet Lord Regigigas didn't seem to bat an eye at him when both of you were in his presence.
listen. He corrodes things of our affiliation. He's already fucked up my ring a little bit. He's already.
He.
Oh, may I continue? I was just gonna do one more thing.
Yes, go forth.
Okay. Chomper goes to Reggie now. Reggie Guy, guess? Did I say that right?
Close enough. There are so many other things going on. I don't need to be pedantic about this.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna talk to you about that log. I know you're a god and all, but you look kind of stressed. Are you doing okay? Is there any, just kind of a wellness check, seeing how you're doing, and also what you've been up to since I just met you, and you seem like you're pretty busy.
Well, I'm not as busy as I would like to be, actually, because technically, preventing this was what I was supposed to be doing. And yet, here we are.
Is this what you do all day? Do you not, ever take a break and, unwind a little bit?
Technically, I am a golem. A golem of great abilities. However, one powerful person does not a team make, and a team is what is required when there is actual trouble. So I divided my power into the other Reggies.
Oh,
It
so even gods
did-
need teams, huh?
I thought it would be most efficient. I believe I have proven myself correct. As a team, are you aware of the term gestalt?
Chomper shakes their head.
It means something that is greater than the sum of its parts.
Gestalt.
Correct. A team, when it is functioning properly, is like a gestalt. It is greater than the sum of its individual parts. More efficient, capable of more, greater in general. I do not regret my choice. And I believe even now that this was the correct decision. Because even if something should befall me, the other Reggies could continue my duties.
Huh. Gestalt.
Though it does still bother me. I was supposed to stop this. And now I can't solve it. Not on my own. And not right now. I will need to take careful consideration, plan thoroughly. I have failed in my duty, and while I understand that it is not of my own fault, I can't just simply choose not to be burdened by this.
Chomper nods. Yeah, it sounds really tough. I could not imagine having to do all of that every day. It sounds like you're doing your best with it.
Well, the first part is understanding the current situation. However, it does make me feel like I'm going to explode. And if I explode, I will do something rash and potentially compromise my future ability to solve the situation. So, I must remain calm, or give myself enough time to return to a calm state.
In order to assist with this, I will just remind you that if you go up there, you'll declare your domain, you will fight all of them, and you will lose.
That does seem like the expected sequence of actions.
No, I'm saying that due to the timeline thing, you've done that before. That is what happens.
Ah,
Remember,
I see.
we are in a time loop.
Understandable then. Thank you.
It does sound like you're on the right path to not doing that. Huh.
Well,
Yeah, Fane's right. You do sound like a pretty good god. Also, it's funny actually talking to gods. You kind of just sound like talking to somebody going through a lot of struggles in life, and that's not what a lot of people consider gods to be. It's kind of eye-opening.
While we have a different set of responsibilities, I don't think that we are inherently different at a base level. We just have different things to do, different concerns, but concerns regardless.
Ultimately the gods are Pokemon in the end.
You go through your troubles. I believe once upon a time someone explained it to me in a way that I pondered for a while afterwards. You're aware of pain, yes?
Jumper nods.
If two people had their fingers pinched, they would both feel pain. But one person might cry about it. Because even if it was the same level of pain, the other person had not experienced that much pain before. It does not mean that their pain was greater or lesser. It just meant more to them because of their current level of experience. And even if it was not greater, it does not mean that we should dismiss someone's pain.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm talking to you right now. Kind of see you're going through a lot, and well, wishing you the best. I see you're doing pretty. At least from the sound of it, you're trying your best.
Appreciated. Though I am suspecting that you are also undergoing some pain.
Chomper scratches his head. Ain't we all? But anyway, I probably should get back over to Squirrel. Question: can you see into like hell and stuff?
I would have to visit the location. However, I have been informed that the location is no longer visitable.
Oh, I was thinking about a friend of mine, Nim, who's working on stuff, and I was just wondering if he was okay. All this talk kind of reminded me of him.
Fortunately, my abilities do not reach there. I
Chomper
could
takes a deep breath.
attempt to visit the location where hell should be, but there is an extremely high likelihood that I'll just be somewhere in the void.
Jumper nods. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks for listening, and good luck.
Good luck to you as well, small chopper.
Chopper then turns around and goes back to where Squirrel's at. And with the golem and pyro and all that.
Squirrel, for his part, has just been kind of talking with Tatsu the entire time, bringing him up to speed on things, explaining what he knows of all this stuff. Slowly, like, not really going into lots of detail. Just, explaining things to bring him up to speed with the world itself.
He will occasionally mimic some action that you'd shown him. It's the most basic of basics punch, but he does have to prepare for combat, at least a little bit. But Tatsu is absorbing the information.
Alright, so, can we go back now? I want to go to the training room with him.
They're glancing towards Hoopa, but Kaza has one last question. Excuse me, Regigigas. If you saint someone, would they potentially be able to be sainted by someone else? He's going to consider this and say, while it is improper, technically possible. However, it is more likely that they could just receive blessings instead. Far lesser form, but it comes with less restrictions.
That and less mental effect on the recipient.
So what all does the saint stuff do?
It gives you access to the god's powers and general abilities.
But it also enforces part of that god's personality, desires, and portfolio upon you.
Wade rubs his temple when he hears that.
So if I were to be sainted by him, I would be better with Tatsu. And I wouldn't get in trouble as much?
You would feel a stronger desire to enforce and follow rules.
Well, considering I keep getting in trouble for them, for things I don't even know are against the rules, might help with that.
Severn is going to say, do not become a hall monitor, Squirrel. That is not the life for you.
I don't even know who you are.
Well, I know enough about you. Just from general exposure to your friend.
Also, Squirrel, I will let you know, it does also physically change you, so if you do try and get sainthood from a god, you're also going to have to find a way to hide that constantly, otherwise the other gods will find out.
Unfortunately, astral energy is very easily detectable by other gods.
Remember in the time instance when Sigmund got sainted and his fur changed? That would happen to you.
Wade nods.
Are the blessings also detectable? They would not change you outwardly, but you would have astral energy, which would be very notable. Well, damn.
Pyro's just gonna look between Reggie Gigas and Squirrel. You know, there will probably be a day when Reggie Gigas comes out to help us solve this problem. So maybe you could make some armor for him?
Anime sparkle eyes. Reggie Gigas, would you like armor? I can make you armor. It's gonna take a lot of work. You are very big. But I could make it.
I am very large. If you could find some way to do it, I will definitely wear it.
Paza nods and says, then I think at some point we'll need to come back for your measurements.
Yeah,
Probably.
we've got some traveling coming up, but after that, I would like to come back to get your measurements.
Reggie Gigas will nod.
Hoopa, will you bring me back when we're back from our traveling?
Boo will nod and just say, yeah, sure. I guess I'm on your side.
Will I have to...
You did already sign on, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Hoopa.
What up?
You happen to know where the other Reggies are?
Oh yeah, they're in this cave. They're just not active.
I actually wanted to ask about that. What is up with the other Reggies?
Oh, they're supposed to activate when they're supposed to activate on Reggie Gigas' triggers too. But since you kind of like just know the master key password, you just activate Reggie Gigas because that's the password for talking with him. He's the leader of the team. They do what he tells them to.
So the other Reggies are active right now.
No, they're still sleeping. He has to consciously wake them. Because, they have timers too. Because of course he's following the rules. Yeah, he makes sure that they do too.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And it's
But
likely
if
for the
you
best
go-
that they're still asleep, so that way he can actually prepare the
No.
new information for them once he's finished going through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No reason to have them be awake when they're not actually being. There's not actually any task for them to do.
There.
Reggie
I was.
will say one thing. Technically, there is also one other condition for them to wake. My destruction. That will automatically wake them should they not be online at the.
Let's try and make sure it doesn't come to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Understood that I have long since considered such a situation.
I know that's assuming that he's not even bigger in this universe.
True.
Which he probably is.
Alpha Reggie Gigas.
Alpha Gigas.
It's still sad that in Legend Arceus, one of the games where there's no abilities, Reggie Giga still has his slow start.
I know, right? Either way, Vade's just good. Go ahead.
Reggie Gigas, can I have your blessing?
If you are sure, you may.
Well, I've got a
Which
friend.
blessing?
I've got a friend that feeds off of astral energy, and Well, he kind of needs a lot of food right now.
Oh. Well, yes then. What was he eating previously?
Giratina's blood, I think?
That is tricky, then.
Isn't Giratina both demonic and astral type?
That is
Yes.
correct.
So he'd probably at least need to be fed a mix of demonic and astral. And that's assuming he can even eat that still.
Hmm.
Well,
Regigigas seems to consider, and he's going to go and crush another rock into what looks to be a crystal before crushing that into powder. And he will just slowly start pouring that into Squirrel's hands. This contains an amount of astral energy. Hopefully your associate can hide it until you can find some other way of more long-term containment. And see if you cannot provide this to your friend.
well, at least part of him's right there. He's gonna point at Yolk.
Oh. Can you eat this? Yoke seems to be considering very thoroughly before stepping forward. However, unfortunately, as the powder touches his being, it seems to just turn dark. It does not seem to be taking to you very well.
It's better than lighting him on fire, so...
Wade is going to what you may call that, cross his arms at that. Yolk, are you partly a void entity yourself?
In the absence of all things, I must be.
Wade is going to nod. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Because astral energy shouldn't be having that astral energy shouldn't be having that reaction towards you.
Honestly, I suspected that ever since Hoopa mentioned him being effective, considering demonic is not effective versus astral.
I was thinking that too.
It just also wasn't exactly that relevant at the moment. Yoke is going to continue doing what he does.
Wait, nuts. Yeah, unfortunately, Squirrel, Yoke can't really eat astral energy. What you would want to try and give him is demonic energy, but that's a bit of a problem.
No, I just need to go ask Daddy Giratina.
Oh, are you related? Congratulations.
Sort of. In another timeline, kind of. It's complicated. Adoption thing.
Like I said, that's a bit of a problem.
Well, either way, do we have any more actual business here?
I...
He's going to provide Squirrel more powder so that he can carry it.
Squirrel will put it away.
Just in case some aspect of Noah can eat it.
Squirrel's gonna clear out one of the pockets in his cape and put it in there.
Is it still detectable energy-wise when it's in a bag?
Unfortunately, yes. Which is why he said that Vane can conceal it until they can until it is either consumed or in more long-term concealed storage.
That's what Vane was checking, because he's gonna sigh on seeing that and just go, "All right, Squirrel. I guess you're gonna have to stick around me unless you want the area blown up by gods." In the same general room, I can keep that covered.
So, we've got some fan art from Ido.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh,
or science.
Science.
Oh, cute.
Ido's says he hopes he captures the part mad scientist side well. I think you did great.
I think it did
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good.
He will see what he can do with that horn on Pyroclast. It has such potential. Either way, I love it, Ido.
Yoke is going to message Squirrel. I cannot speak with him.
Would you like me to repeat something for you?
I will consider him not an enemy.
Well, Regigigas is, I'd consider him a friend. If that helps.
Yoke nods slowly. It is a powerful endorsement. Hoopa is lightly shaking the portal. Come on.
Regigigas, Yolk says that he considers you not an enemy.
I find this acceptable.
Alright, let's go. I want to go see what Tatsu can do in the trading room.
All right, when we get back, make sure to grab any tools that you need, because I don't want to be making trips with you back and forth.
Okay.
I
They
do
will
have.
do. Yes, go for it.
I do have one thing I want to ask Regigigas with way before we leave.
Go forth. Ask away.
What is going to ask? Lord Regigigas, you don't have a saint at the moment, do you? Unless the other Regis are considered your saints.
He will shake his head and say that they are, by all technicalities, independent minor deities.
It nods. I just want to ask. I just want to ask, if you had a saint, what kind of task would you give them?
A good question. At this point, I would probably ask that they patrol the areas in general at least once.
The areas
And try to establish law in areas where it is weaker.
Wait, nods. Wait is going to nod for a moment and ponder.
I'll be back for the sainthood, Reggie.
I will. The position will be held open.
Wait is going to say, well, I can't. Well, I can't. Well, I couldn't exactly be your saint myself, since I already belong to somebody else. I do wanted to ask if there's any task that you would be okay with giving me, as at the moment I can't exactly perform any duties for my actual god.
He's going to take a while to consider this, as unfortunately he doesn't have much ability to act. But he will say, that being the case then, focus on those you can reach at the moment. Those around you, your friends.
Wade nods. Wade is going to ponder that for a moment and just nod. Okay. He's going to give a bit.
The first step is to know your own abilities. Do not overextend.
The crest on Wade wiggles for a moment as he nods. He's going to give a bit of a bow and just say, okay, I understand. Thank you, Lord Regigigas.
Fortune follow you.
Yep. And yeah, that was my last question.
Everyone will return to Squirrel's workshop, and Hoopa will slam the portal shut and get out of there.
You better come back when I call next time.
There isn't a response. Yoke, he will come.
Good, good. And Squirrel's gonna gather up everything and do a pretty good cleaning of the workshop first, you know, respectful of others.
Of course.
Since it's not his workshop. Unless they do just assign them to people, in which case, cool.
They do not.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll clean up and then look over to Kaza and Vane. Alright, to the training room, please.
Okay. Then Kaza will take a hold of Squirrel and Vane, but Tatsu is holding on to Squirrel, so no problems there, as they will be quickly taken to the training room.
Is Chomper going to be...
has never been here, so he will... Yes.
Okay.
Chomper is also holding on to Squirrel, and will go.
I'm just going to guess the entire team goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a wild guess on that one.
Group hug or group circle, I guess.
So long as
Group
someone
hug.
grabs onto someone, it doesn't matter.
Tatsu has never been here before. Tatsu will take a moment to just look.
I guess technically we'd be outside the library.
No, you can go in just fine. It's leaving that's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Normally we appear in the lobby when we show up at the library.
One-way teleport entry.
Yeah. Basically, we could.
He faces through the walls after a few seconds. You are here.
Look what I made! And he's going to be gesturing wildly at Tatsu.
It will look stunned, to say the least.
He received help from an expert.
Interesting. That is... What is this material?
Well, titanium, and there's a bunch of other stuff that I put into him as well. I've got a whole list of it all. One important thing is a stick that I infused with my aura for a while, and then it turned petrified after being used with Noah, and, well, he's alive!
He is. There is definitive life energy inside of it. Tatsu is going to reach forward and grasp Bian, seeming to like try to pinch his cheeks, but he is very firm.
Tatsu? No, not that.
Tatsu releases.
Sorry, Bian. He kinda was just given life. So he's still, feeling out things.
About an hour or two ago at most. Anyways, Bian, do you happen to know where Samantha is? We'd like to use the training room, and, well, it is her library.
Oh, certainly. I'll ask her. I believe she's sunning herself at the moment. On the balcony. Bian will leave and returns 3 minutes later. She will give her permission to use the training room.
Good. Also, would you be willing to make some copies of books and set them up for a delivery? I know normally you only allow very few books to be released from the library. However, we've made an ally that has been rather out of touch. And Vane will just make sure that his veil is, like, working real quick.
If you are asking, I understand these are special circumstances, so my answer is yes.
Yeah. Vane is still going to make sure that his that his veil is up and working before he says the next part. Which I'm assuming it is. Is it?
Yes.
All right, cool. In that case, Vane will just go, we've made contact with Reggie Gigas, and he has decided to ally with us, but he is horribly out of date of current events. So, if at all possible, would you mind getting copies of pertinent history? Current events, locations, things like that, copied and ready?
He'll nod. As this is, my word, there haven't been records of Reggie Gigas in an exceptionally long time. Some people have started to suspect that he'd been just a myth all along.
I'm guessing that is at least partially on purpose, considering that he's the god of law, and is supposed to keep the other gods following the laws they're supposed to, which they are not, very clearly. So
I'm not surprised, considering that they basically did the same to Giratina, although even worse.
Yes. So if you could make copies of religious tomes throughout throughout history, that would also be appreciated. But current events first.
He'll nod and float off to begin his work, but not before setting up 3 training dummies. A cloth, a straw, and a wooden one.
All right, so when it comes to the training in general, everyone, we're going to try and get a handle on what each member is capable of and attempt to establish at least some amount of, ability to work together at all with teamwork. To that end, I know that there's going to be multiple people that have individual projects that they are going to be working on. All that I can really ask is that you at least try and involve someone else with a personal project if possible. if for no other reason than making sure that at least someone else on the team is aware of what you're working on and what your capabilities are.
Wait,
We
nuts.
could always break up into group splits of having, team fights against each other with spars, but we should probably wait until we start to establish any amount of teamwork before trying that.
Yeah.
Squirrel's gonna nod and just grab Chomper by the claws and drag him over to one of the training dummies with Tatsu.
Probably the wooden one. Tatsu follows.
All right, Tatsu. So, I want to see what you can do. So let's start with. Well, you should have some stuff instinct in there, right?
Tatsu nods once more.
Okay. Then attack that thing. The dummy. And I will go and roll for him. Or you can, narrative is fine.
And solo one.
He has one move right now, but it is a Fury move.
It is.
I kind of spent most of his XP on getting skills up, as well as he's running around with tier 3 heavy armor. Or natural defense armor. And of course he can fly, and he's got enough zoomies to keep partially keep up with Squirrel. So I didn't have much XP left for much more.
More than understandable.
I think this dummy is gone.
I mean, it was told, show me what you got. Tatsu is not whiffing. God, his accuracy rolls are great.
So are we going to need to call B and in for a new dummy altogether?
Potentially so, as he will strike it a total of 5 times. No, wait, the 5th one missed. 4 times, with each hit being quite heavy, actually. As his wooden claws rake through, but instead of leaving clean gashes, they rend. They tear the wood, splintering and shattering, before he reels back and delivers a proper strike to the torso, splitting the top from the bottom.
Squirrel is going to jump with glee. Bouncing excitedly, he's going to grab Chomper, give him a big kiss, and during it, he begins to glow white. And that is it for Lost in Chaos Scar, everyone. Thank you all
that
so
would be a good ending point.
I
Yes, go
messaged
ahead.
you.
I know.
You approved this, so I would hope it's a good one.
Kip Cap! Evil!
I am still me.
Anyways, check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by commissioning one of the artists that I manage for. Their details are at zgf.art, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to check us out on Spotify, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.